In 1990, a different college campus was terrorized by a killer on the loose. 5 University of Florida students were murdered. It happened over the course of 3 days. And there are a few similarities between that case and the University of Idaho quadruple murders. News Nation's Sloan Glass is back with a chilling look at the man behind those Florida killings.
Yeah, chilling indeed, Nicole. Danny Rolling, dubbed the Gainesville Ripper, was behind the murders of 5 college students in Florida and a family of 3 in Louisiana. Rolling's killing spree was so gruesome, he was the inspiration behind the movie franchise Scream. The University of Florida, killing 5 students over the course of 3 days. He targeted women who looked like his ex-wife. The murders and rapes were brutal, especially for those covering the case, like TV anchor Doris Keller.
And we had some of our police contacts who were telling us more about the scenes than they were living on, early on. I think a lot of it came out in the trial, but yes, it was very sickening. And to know how they, positioned some of the bodies and that type of thing, how Rolling did that, it was just unreal.
The victims were female, except for in one case, when Rolling didn't know a male roommate was home, ultimately killing him too.
It was just very fearful, very stressful. The students who remained in town, especially the female students who lived near those sites, the murder scenes, they were very fearful. They were anxious, and many of them, ended up going into therapy and that type of thing because of how traumatic this whole thing was.
In the end, the serial killer wasn't caught in connection to the murders. He was arrested for a robbery. It was 4 months later, when he was in jail, that DNA evidence linked Rolling to the Gainesville murders. He confessed and was put to death in 2005. Hours before his execution, he confessed to killing 3 members of a family back in his hometown of Shreveport, Louisiana. The sheer sadistic nature of Rolling's killings is different from the Idaho college murders. In one case, Rolling beheading one of his victims. But there are a few similarities in the 2 cases. Both college campus crimes were committed with a fixed-blade knife. Rolling broke in through sliding glass doors, and the house where the Idaho murders happened did have a similar door that could have been the killer's point of entry. And in both cases, the universities and surrounding towns were crippled with fear. The Idaho case remains unsolved 2.5 weeks later, many students not returning to the campus out of fear. In Gainesville, students slept in large groups, taking shifts to sleep. Always someone staying awake on watch. College kids armed with baseball bats walked to classes.
I had people that actually walked through the house and made sure there was nothing amiss, that no doors that had been ajar or anything like that. So yeah, it was a tough time especially for those of us who lived there. But again, it was a close-knit community, and we all came together and all helped each other out.
The University of Florida shut down for a week, and when it reopened, many students never returned to campus. To this day, there is a memorial and mural on campus honoring the 5 students.